welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you another What We Watch, and we're filming it on a Wednesday. I always want to say Wednesday. Anyway, alright, so this is a super exciting season finale of Cloak Dagger. Season 1! Woo! Okay.
What a season.
Yes, it was a great season, but I can't... You're so excited for the season finale, and then when it's done, you're like, what? So what do we do tomorrow? What do we watch? Which is, you know, we always want to know what you watch, so what are you watching now that everything's over? Everything is starting to gear up, though, so it's only a few weeks, so maybe we'll catch up on some stuff.
Yes, it's August now, so probably, what, mid-September, I think, maybe everything is coming back?
And we're going to do some rewatching. We're rewatching, Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
Right, and some others. So if you have some that you would suggest we check out, we're also probably rewatching Stranger Things 2. He didn't know this. No. I mean, we haven't seen it
now
twice.
I know what we're gonna watch.
Now, yeah, because it turns out that I think Stranger Things 3 is not coming out till next summer.
Yes,
so we have a whole year
October,
to
and now it's going to be
watch Stranger Things 2.
Summer of 2019.
Yeah, so let us know if you're Stranger Things fans. Anyway, let's get on to Cloak and Dagger because we have a lot to talk about. Season finale, and it was really good. It did not disappoint.
Yes. Episode 10.
Yes.
The Big 10.
So the episode starts off with the aunt.
Yeah,
and the
Evita's auntie, kind of giving us some backstory as to the previous incarnations of the divine pairing.
Now, did she pack up the dolls here, or was it at the end we saw her packing up the dolls?
It was at the end of the episode, kind of after everything was over.
She was actually putting Tandy with him in the beginning, I think. She was taking Tandy's little, I don't even know, little wax figurine, anyway, and putting them together.
Yeah, I think she carved her, so I think it was like wax.
Oh, like, out of wax.
Yeah, like Tyrone, it was like
he was a
3D
digital
printed.
Yeah, that was cool. So no more like little straw and hay dolls. Little voodoo pins.
High-tech voodoo dolls.
So anyway, so it started off with that. Her telling the stories. So it looked like, and I don't know if we knew this from that point. Had we heard that? Maybe this was the episode in which it was revealed that they both can't live. Like, you know, it ends up that one of them.
I think at the very beginning of the season, when she kind of brings up the whole thing, she mentions that you know one of them dies and one of them lives. But then it's kind of been a while since we've heard that, so they kind of reiterate it. Right.
Hey, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to get the notifications so you can see more awesome Unboxer fun. So, so from prediction standpoint, did you predict? Okay, now you knew. I mean, you know, you can't just have Dagger, you know,
next
or
season it's
Cloak.
Just Dagger.
But if something was going to happen major, I was thinking it was going to be Tyrone. That was who my guess was. In which the whole arm thing, but we can get into that. So after the aunt scene, then it moved into where it left off last episode, which was Tyrone in.
Right, Tyrone is being chased by the police because they think he killed the police officer.
Right, he ran out of his house.
He takes off out of his house because the police show up and goes to the church. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. No, that's when he was running. That's when he was running.
Okay, so that's when he goes to he
finds
meets up with O'Reilly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's that's when that was. And Tandy is in her house. Her mother, the lady has her mother at gunpoint. So Tandy starts talking to her, and you know, I couldn't believe that she actually held out because I mean she was pretty like straightforward when she shot the other guy. Yeah. So I really didn't think she was going to be able to be talked out of it. But anyway, they get into a scuffle. She cuts her leg. Nobody actually. I don't know who. Oh, the mother ended up gets.
Yeah, the mother ends up getting the gun. Yeah.
I don't know who she is. We'll say fake police officer or Roxanne. Yeah. Person gets away with the cut on her leg by the dagger.
Hand operative.
Right. So then Tandy, okay, so then anyway, Tyrone is running kind of through the Mardi Gras parade type deal.
Right.
And then Riley goes to pick him up, and then he can't disappear.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to keep people from finding out he has powers.
Right.
Or whatever, I mean, she's like, do your thing, and he's like, no, there's too many people around. So they both end up getting arrested.
Yeah. So they get put in the special little cage, in which they don't have to process them, so they know some,
Yeah, I think it's basically like an evidence locker or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Put them in the back where they can do whatever they want to with them.
They try to talk their way out of the police officer. To the police officer, and he seems to be somewhat going to be on their side, and then the other guy comes in, and he quickly switches places because the other guy, is it Connors?
Connors, yeah.
He means business, so that guy probably doesn't want to go against him because he probably knows the power that he has. So it was easier just to pass the buck on to the other guy. So anyways, they ended up getting out of there, correct?
Yes, because when Connors goes to take them to leave, and then that's when the terrorists start attacking.
Oh, that's right.
The police station, and in the chaos, then they are able to get away.
How cool are those terrors? Whoa, that is it's mind blown to me because first of all, it's kind of zombie universe, but there's zombies in fast speed. They're not just and they're still people.
Right.
So when they come out of it,
I don't know if they, because it seemed like they were killing them in the.
Yeah, but when they tased Mina, she came back, right? Or do we not know? Maybe we don't know.
I think she was. I don't know. I think she was okay at the end.
I think so.
But yeah, it looked like in other times in the episode,
I think at the end, once all the stuff went in the sky, I thought we saw people be okay. Yeah. Let us know. We could have forgotten. But anyway, but the cool thing is, like I said, I think they can go back. But also, it's spread by touch. I don't even have to bite you. I don't even have to bite you. I just have to touch you, and you can turn into a terror.
Well, and that's the thing that you really didn't, because when Mina and Tandy go into that warehouse or whatever, and they're kind of locking the doors, and Mina goes to shut that window, and it's those slats or whatever, and the one grabs her hand and then she shuts it. It's just that quick, and then all of a sudden now she's bad.
How much stuff do you know? It's not even I'm gonna give you some germs and you're gonna be sick a couple days later.
Yeah,
it is instant. So must be something that's totally on the outside and major effective. What have we seen? I don't think we've seen anything because people go under the assumption of that's not realistic enough, but. I think that's awesome. They touch them, boom. Don't even touch them. You can't even, not alone can you not bite them or any of that stuff. So I really like the terrors. I think that is a whole new element. I do not know if they're in the comics, so if you're a comic book reader and you would care to comment whether they were in the comics or not, because I think that is a really cool element in this zombie apocalypse type stage in which we're in now.
The end thing now.
Yes. So anyway, so then they get out of there, and they're fighting through the police station. They get out of there. They get to the roof.
Before then, they're kind of trying to make their way to the Roxxon building to stop it. Actually, before that, Tandy and Mina go try to sneak into Roxxon to get something. I can't remember whether it's the plans or something, but or maybe they're trying to find out where the new core is.
Where they can stop it,
and they run into, and I can't remember the guy's name, but the big head of Roxxon. And then she goes into his mind, and he's like,
She has given, I feel like she gave him every chance. Because if she had just done that from the get-go, it would have been well, maybe he wasn't going to do that. Maybe his ego wasn't that strong. Maybe it wasn't. But I feel like she gave him every chance. She saw his hopes and whatnot. And then she talked him into going into where Mina's dad was trapped. Which was kind of... I think it's kind of funny, funny way. It's definitely different than just killing off a villain or a bad guy or stuff like that. So he's kind of trapped in his own mind,
right?
Which is what he caused in the first place. So irony. But so then Mina gets attacked. I mean, gets turns into a terror. Turns into a terror, and then she starts to come after Tandy.
Right.
That's when
Tyrone actually
shows up. Yeah.
Like leads like the terrors in the police station into a room, and then has them lock them all in that room, and then he teleports out.
Right.
So then they're all trapped, and then he teleports to her, and ends up that's when he tases Nina to kind of take her out from attacking.
And that was smart of him to take the taser.
Yeah.
And then we'll skip real quick to his. He's on the roof with Connors.
Yes, that was really cool.
And Connors ends up going into the. Something happened right before that. Am I missing something?
Well, he acts like he's basically Tyrone's basically telling him like I'm not scared of you anymore. But he's basically kind of like doing the I'm gonna drop you off the roof kind of deal. And then he's like, no, I'm not gonna do it or whatever, and kind of drops him. And then he goes to shoot him, and then the dark force, or I'm not sure exactly what they're calling it, but basically reaches out and pulls him into the cloak, into the darkness, and now Connors is now trapped in the dark realm,
which I'm guessing is separate from the realm that the other guy's trapped in, because that's kind of his own head.
Right. Yeah. This is like a completely separate.
It's a new thing that's coming about.
Right. It's kind of like it's like an alternate dimension.
Okay.
Kind of like the Ant-Man and the Wasp, where they do the where he goes into the quantum realm. This is this is like the dark realm. This
Spoiler for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Anyway, and then Tandy they end up there on the roof to get
so he's gonna
wait. We missed something. What? Before Connors does that, he goes and meets O'Reilly, and then shoots her in her bulletproof vest, and then knocks her off into the water.
Right.
Right. Right after the pipe explodes, and she kind of
he hits the pipe. I think he shoots the pipe because she's kind of leaning up against the pipe. He shoots and I think hits the pipe, and it expels.
And then she goes into the water.
And then she gets knocked over.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then Tandy and Tyrone are on the roof, and
they're in the core.
I mean, they're in the core. That's right.
Yeah,
he fixes
he's
all
basically
the
going to
things.
sacrifice himself. They go into the core, and then she meets him in there, and they end up using their powers to kind of expel the whatever that stuff is. I'm guessing out into space.
And then you were mentioning that you just thought of the arm thing. All two of the, what are they calling them?
The divine pairing. Yeah.
Okay, the divine pairing. One of them always has some kind of mark on the arm, and his girlfriend felt that on his, so she thought Tyrone was going to be the one to go, which, that's what I was saying too. But anyway, so then you said Tandy gets a mark.
Yeah, something happened, I guess, it's shaking or whatever, because the pressure is building up, and she falls against a pipe and gets a burn on her arm, so then they both have something on their arm.
Right. So, and anyways, they end up actually holding hands, and
they actually finally touched.
They finally did. Yep.
Without took them 10 episodes to.
Yeah, and I guess it was part of controlling their power, so that they could do that. Right, and they expel it, and that's cool. And then of course the ending. So the ending of O'Reilly.
Right. Yeah. You're kind of assuming that she's dead or whatever.
Swimming the show.
And what I really thought was cool was that they had this little misdirection, because you see it kind of goes black, and then you see the swamp or whatever, and there's one flower and this bee, and the whole thing with the bees all season has been that's going to be the return, that things are coming back to New Orleans. And then the bee lands on the flower, and then O'Reilly's hand smashes it and comes crawling out of the swamp, and now you know that she's still alive.
Yeah, and she is something else. She looks not like the two of them. It's not what happened to the two of them. So how is it that is she going to be this terror that I don't know. I mean, what's the purpose of the stuff that all the other terrors were getting and going into the water? So we shall find out what happens with her. She was a pretty, she was a pretty good guy, besides doing the stuff on the side a little bit, her use of stuff on the side. She was a pretty good ally and everything.
Yes.
So looks like she's not going to be so much of an ally anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we really enjoyed this first season of Cloak and Dagger, and this is probably not the last video because we're probably going to want to analyze things a little bit more and make predictions for next season. Right. So, but this is a long one to get through anyway, with all the awesomeness in there.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in this episode.
So, how do you rate this season finale?
Oh wow, I definitely think that this would be the best one. I mean, and it should be because it's the season finale. But
oh yeah, as season finales go, do you give it what do you give it?
9.
Okay, all right. I thought he was gonna say 10. Okay, yeah, I say maybe 9.25 because I like decimals. But anyway, so let us know what you think of it in the comments. If you really enjoyed this first season of Cloak and Dagger, I think it can only, it's only going to get better from here. I think it's got a lot of support, and and those who have seen it will tell those who haven't seen it. And so that will be awesome. So let us know what you thought of it. As always, we love hearing from you in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend. And as always, we want to know, what do you watch?